proceed to Mama's lab.
Hey guys, Thomas Jr. here, aka Mustached Tom, and welcome back to some more Death Stranding.
Concerns about its long-term viability. Felt Cupid's had fundamental flaws, which might explain the strange phenomenon you experienced and the spike in chiral density. You should pay her a visit. See what she has to say.
Alrighty. Last time we went through the most bizarre part of Death Stranding so far. With the gunplay not being fantastic in the slightest. I will say that right away. Was not a fan. Alright. Oh, whoops, I backed up. There we go.
Pizza should always be kept flat during transport, as in level with the ground, to be clear. Keep that in mind before you try to stuff one in a backpack. Otherwise, you're liable to make a huge mess.
Yes.
Order assigned. Delivery parameters updated. Time limit set.
There we go.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Keep on keeping up.
Alrighty, time to move on along. Gotta go all the way back north. I'm gonna walk there? Boo.
Have a pleasant journey. Keep on keeping up.
This is gonna be a long journey. Back north. Can I get in one of these now? Because that was the thing on the... Guess not.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Whoa. No, all the way back up there. go for this long journey. That deep rain. Come on, let's speed things up a bit. The heck was that? Hi, how's it going? Oh no. Ah! Well, anyways. Anywho, back to what I was doing before. Delivering the pizza, here comes the pizza, yeah! Let's get on this side. Yeah, I could make weapons. Though, if I kill someone in this version of the reality, will that, you know, do the thing?
As a reminder, Sam, when carrying deadly weapons, it's absolutely essential that you exercise restraint. Doubt I need to say it, but killing is off the table. More corpses means more BTs and potentially more void outs. If you kill anyone, you'll be putting not only yourself, but countless other people at risk.
Yeah, that. Do 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 do. This thing doesn't have like the motorcycle. There, it sucks. Oh no. Did you think it was gonna be easy? See what's going on. Oh. You're still breaking your back hauling still shit through the wilderness, Sam? Even long for a little company? I know I used to. Not anymore, but between you and me, I can't help but thinking life was easier back when I was on my own. The freedom to do whatever the hell I wanted. No more pissing and moaning over every tiny thing. Where does this girl get off being so fucking fussy? I swear I can't do anything right. Should have seen the fight we had the other night. I tell you, it's true what they say. Familiarity breeds contempt. Don't ever get married, Sam. Thumbs down and then followed up by a bunch of thumbs up. Before you came through, there were people blaming Bridges for our troubles left and right, saying it was their fault terrorists were targeting us more and more. There's no more denying that they were not after what we lost, Middle Knot and half of South, not to mention that other smaller incidents all over hell. Even our old friend Mama got fixed up in one too. What we've got isn't new though. Well before the Stranding, folks all over had a hard-on for stockpiling nukes and other WMDs. Frankly, if the world hadn't gone to shit, we probably have blown it up by now. I tell you. There's nothing more dangerous and destructive than human beings. Call it morbid, but a part of me wants to get it over with already if we're gonna. It's what humanity deserves, isn't it? If the stupidity we've shown in the wake of the Stranding is any indication. Hey, Sam. South Knot City leaves to see another day, eh? I remember the bomb those bastards set off before people said Fragile was working with them, but they said they had it backwards. She was trying to save us, just like you did. Fortunately, this time everybody knows her part in it. Fragile's name won't be in mud around here much longer, I'll wager. It's all too easy to forget we're still alive because of people outside our little enclave. But you've helped remind us we're not alone. We're part of the UCA, which means we can't just we can't just look to others for assistance. We've got to give back in return too, and we will. My dear Mr. Sam Bridges, it is I, Peter Engelt, the world's foremost connoisseur of delicious pizzas. So, you so faithfully deliver, though my impudence would shame me, the very devil himself. I regret I must entreat you to bring us another of these delectable dishes, this time from South Knot City. I'm expecting company, a sweet couple of whom I am intensely fond. They insisted that they be allowed to take the air, but the wilderness being so very dangerous, I refused to entertain the thought. At last, while we were remaining indoors, I am incapable of preparing anything but the most base and disagreeable cuisine, and so I must place myself at your mercy yet again, lest the poor dear starve. Well, I already have. I am very much aware, gone far beyond the bounds of common decency in making this request. I must compound my sins with a stipulation. This pizza in question must be topped with the bacon of incomparable leprechaun pig. You probably heard, but Middle Knot City was nuked about a year back. Civilian staff, everyone, everything, gone in the blink of an eye. They said it was the terrorist attack. Demons doing their thing, assholes. Fagio got caught up in the whole mess somehow, too, though I wasn't privy to the details. Long story short, they started screening deliveries a whole lot more thoroughly. Not that that made a difference. It was one tragedy after another. We lost half of Salt Knot City not long after. Half's better than all, but a whole lot of people still died, and it still shook the rest up pretty bad. They started to wonder if joining the USA wasn't the worst choice they ever made, and the people said it loud. The more paranoid they got, it festered and spread. That thinking beyond the city, even not that it takes much for your average prepper to buy in. You might think becoming a part of the chiral network would have helped calm things down a little, but we still don't have a handle on the terrorists. If it could all fall apart at any moment, but if it does, we can't let it beat us. Even if everything we've built, breaks down, we've got to do what we can to patch things up. That's all there is to it. It's gonna sound crazy, but you've got to believe me, Sam. So there was an incinerator. They found a body near the way station, and it needed to be burned. Since we don't exactly have a team of corpse disposal guys to call in, I was given the job. I've been outside more than the other guys lately, so it makes sense. Wasn't like I could say no. Someone had to do it. Doesn't mean I wasn't scared shitless, though. I don't have dooms or anything, but you don't need special powers to know when a BT's cut your scent, and I could tell you they weren't far behind. I just wanted to get the job done and come home. But then one of those fuckers popped out of nowhere and nearly gave me a heart attack. Somehow I make it to the incinerator without getting grabbed. That's when things got really weird. I saw the glowing thing. The light, I guess. I wanted to take a closer look, but I wasn't about to take any chances. I had to get the hell out of there. Can't stop thinking about it now, though. You should check it out if you have the chance. Hell nah. Any interviews? There was a series of huge explosions. Well, not much a series. They were simultaneous worldwide. The global comms infrastructure was shot to hell, but we salvaged what we could and tried to make sense of what had happened. It didn't seem like much at the time, but it was a hell of a lot better than what we have now. Anyway, the government figured the whole thing was a terrorist attack at first. We've been dealing with a whole lot of those back then, but it didn't take long to see that this was something else. The craters left by the blast were bizarre. There's no rubble, no dust, even which led the scientists to rule out meteor strikes. There was a trace neutron radiation, alpha rays, but we knew it wasn't nukes either. Some of the particles we detected were we'd never even seen before, chiralium, although we didn't know it at the time. The more we studied them, the more our scientists came to the same conclusion. These were the result of annihilation events. It was right about that time that chiral clouds started to form, and after that, all communication with the outside world went down for good. We humans are complex, multicellular organisms, 60 trillion cells inside each one of us, they say. How many of these cells need to die for us to consider a person dead? Are these any cells in particular which determine whether a person is alive or dead? These questions are academic, of course. The exact point of death can't be calculated using cell counts. On the other hand, no one can deny the existence of degenerate diseases that gradually destroy more and more cells, leaving their victim effectively half dead. And what about me? Most of my organs have been harvested from other people. They still work, of course, but could the original owner have been said to be alive? I really don't know. Incidentally, have you ever heard of a little fun experiment they once did with roundworms called sea elegans? These creatures are notable for glowing bright blue when exposed to UV light, but only when they die. It seems to be a reaction from the anthracylic acid within the organism, and it's known as death fluorescence. Yep, that's right. Blue is very much the color of death, it seems. Can it therefore be a coincidence that there's no blue in an inverted rainbow? Timefall strengthens area's connection to the beach. This is something to do with chiral particles becoming excited, I believe. In spaces connected to the beach, electromagnetic waves with a blue wavelength can travel easily through the seam, leaking out of the beach. Some people think that that's where the blue from the inverted rainbow goes. Who knows? The fact that the blue has a strong connection to death, though, that much seems pretty inarguable. Any other ones? Nope. Here we go. Back to it. And the pizza, we deliver the pizza for you and me. Woo! Come on. Increase when driving through water. Oh, consumption. Okay. That makes sense. Surprised I made it through that at all. Yo, what up? Just gonna drive right on through. Don't mind me. Whew. Ha. Your spear chucking days are done. Got plenty of time. Another rain session. About to get yoinked again? Uh-oh. Just keep going until it does. There you go. And voila!
Delivering cargo. Delivery complete. Displaying performance evaluation.
Blah blah blah.
Thank you for your continued support. Good work.
Alrighty. Well, this whole episode was about delivering pizzas because America. Every episode can't be a winner. Well, there you have it, folks. Next time we will visit Big Mama. What I will do, maybe, maybe not. I'll probably walk a little bit closer so that we don't have to travel all the way back over there. I'm assuming the cutscene's going to be pretty long, so I'm probably going to walk over there and save a bit closer to the location. So next time you see me, I'll be within the vicinity. So, that being said, if you ended up enjoying this part, then please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, make sure to check out those links in the description. One will head you right to my Discord server, the other to my Patreon page. Any donations are greatly appreciated, and until next time, everyone, bye-bye.